If you're looking at opening up a business checking account, this video is going to help walk you through the process, and we're taking a look at 7 of the best business checking accounts available. Now, one of the things that you can see on the screen here is a spreadsheet that I have put together for you. Reason for this is 2 reasons. One, I'm going to use it as we walk through this video to talk about the pros and cons of different business checking accounts. And the second reason is I will keep this spreadsheet up to date if things are changing and adjusting for the different accounts. Now, when it comes to the 7 accounts, the ones that I've taken a look at are US Bank, Wells Fargo, Capital One, BlueVine, First Internet Bank, Chase Bank, and the last one here, Bank of America. Now, sometimes it can be tough to make a decision when you're looking at multiple different options. So I would say that these 3 really go into 3 different buckets. The one bucket is kind of like old reliable banks with lower transaction fees. The second bucket is kind of like newer banks with 0 branches, but they offer a good interest rate on a checking account, which is pretty cool. And the third bucket are the banks that are offering a good introductory offer for you to get set up with them. Now, the first one we're going to be talking about here is US Bank. I'm going to spend more time on this one because I'm going to be explaining a few things, but I'm going to move quicker as we get going. So the good of US Bank, they have 125 free monthly transactions. There's no monthly fee for opening an account. And then they have 3,000 branches, 5,000 ATMs, and plus withdrawals from MoneyPass. And what I mean by that is MoneyPass is a system of ATMs and you can use them worldwide. And if you have to take money out, you won't be charged any kind of ATM fees for that. Now, the bad, and I'm going to take a moment to explain this. Most of these business checking accounts have transaction fees. So if you have money coming in or money going out, they have kind of like a certain transaction threshold. So with US Bank, anything under 125 transactions is free, but then you'll be charged anywhere from 40 to 50 cents per transaction over 125. The other thing that's kind of a bummer is you only get 25 free cash deposits per statement, which isn't bad, but if you're a business that is going to be doing a lot of cash deposits, it's going to charge you per deposit after 25 per month. And probably the thing that's kind of the biggest bummer is they don't offer interest and there's no introductory offer. So you can't expect extra thrills with this account as far as getting set up and getting like $300 like we're going to talk about later in this video. And then there's no interest on your money that's in the account. So this particular account is best if you want limited transactions, but you want to stick with like a bank that you recognize the name of. Now, speaking of another bank you might recognize here is Wells Fargo. And again, on the actual spreadsheet in the description below, you can always click through. It's going to take you right to the business checking account on their page. Now, as you can see, they have a large number of branches here that you can find really quick by clicking these links on the spreadsheet. If you go to the second thing, $500 minimum will waive your $10 monthly fee. So if you're over $500 in your account balance, there's no $10 monthly fee. Probably the biggest pro of Wells Fargo is they have a lot of solutions for scaling your business. So if you need lending, financing, investing, all of those types of things they can help you with. But there is a 50 cent per transaction after your first 100 each month. It's $3 per 1,000 cash deposited beyond 5,000 monthly. What does that mean? If you have a business where you have to deposit a lot of cash, basically the first 5,000 each month is free. But let's say you deposited $6,000. Well, that $5,000 to $6,000, that last $1,000 is going to cost you $3. If you were depositing $10,000 a month, what that's going to tell you is you're going to spend about $15 a month in fees just doing cash deposits. Bummer here, no introductory offer, but really this is best for scaling a growing business as they have many financing and investment services. So with your business, if you think this is going to grow and you're going to have a lot of different moving pieces and you're going to need support from a trusted bank, Wells Fargo could be the way to go. All right, Capital One, you're probably more familiar with their credit card services, but they do also offer small business checking. And one of the nice things is they have unlimited transactions with no fees. So there's no cap on that. It integrates with a lot of accounting software, and they also have 39,000 ATMs, and they use a service called Allpoint. So again, if you want to go to the spreadsheet and look up what's close to you if you're interested in that. Now the bad, you need a minimum deposit of $250, and then they also charge a $1 fee beyond the $5,000 cash monthly. There is also no introductory offer, and then probably the most surprising thing, because to me, I've always thought Capital One's a pretty forward-thinking company, is you have to open at a physical location. location. So if you are interested in that, you can click on their business checking account link here to see where you can open up. But I thought that was very surprising that Capital One has that currently as their policy. But as you can see over here, this is best for unlimited transactions. So if you have a high transaction business and you think like, you know what, if I signed up with Wells Fargo, it's going to end up costing me an extra $25 every month because I'm doing hundreds of transactions, Capital One might be the way to go. So that was really the first bucket of like trusted banks, and you know, they don't really have a lot of thrills though. There's no like introductory bonus or interest. What we're going to be talking about now are two banks that are a little bit different, but they also offer interest on your accounts. So we're going to start with BlueVine here. Now, they have an ongoing currently APY, annual percentage yield, of 1% on your checking account, and that's up to $100,000. So that means if you had $100,000 in that account right now, that means you can make $1,000 every single year off of this account because they offer interest. They integrate with business tools like PayPal and Stripe. They have no fees at 38,000 ATMs worldwide. They do that through a service called MoneyPass, and again, you can click on that link to see what's available in your area. And there's no monthly fee for that. So that's all like really cool. Now the downsides, if you're somebody who wants branch locations, they have no branches. This is an internet-based bank, right? There are no branches anywhere. In my opinion, that's why they're currently offering that 1% interest, is because they don't have all of the overhead and infrastructure that typical banks have. They don't have any kind of savings accounts right now, but frankly, like I don't see that as an issue, because if you have a checking account that's earning good interest, I don't see that as a big deal. But a bummer of it is they have no introductory offers. So if you are planning on having a business checking account, but it's going to be like a pretty low amount of money in the account, you might actually be better off going with a different offer that actually has an introductory offer. So what I like best about this bank currently is they have the highest interest rate that I have found on a business checking account, and they also have no fees. The downside being that, you know, you can't walk into a branch and talk to somebody if that's something that interests you. Now, the next bank on here is First Internet Bank, very similar to BlueVine, except they have a 0.3% APY on balances over $10,000 currently. So it is a lower interest rate than BlueVine. They do reimbursements of up to $10 each month on ATM fees. I don't know about you. I really just need an ATM for my business checking account here or there once in a while, so that would cover that. It also pays interest on multiple bank accounts, and we'll get back to that in a minute. Downside, no branches. They don't allow cash deposits, and they have unlimited. They don't offer unlimited ATM reimbursements in case you are somebody who would spend more than $10 a month. Now, this is best if you need multiple online accounts that earn interest. The caveat to that is that you won't be able to do any kind of cash deposits either. So with this particular account, I would say unless you had a specific need where you needed like a ton of different accounts that all had an interest-bearing aspect to them, most people would probably be pushed to BlueVine as of right now of making this video, because you'll be able to more than triple the interest that you're making on your cash that's sitting inside of your account. Now, what we're going to take a look at, the last two offers here are kind of a different bucket. These are ones that have good introductory offers. So we're taking a look at Chase Bank here. Currently, they're offering $300 on new accounts. They have no minimum opening deposit and no monthly fee as long as you have $2,000 balance in your account on average. And they also have 4,700 branches and 16,000 ATMs worldwide. Now, for the bad, it's 40 cents per transaction after 100. So that 101st transaction every month is going to cost you 40 cents, same as the 102nd transaction. They do $2.50 per 1,000 cash deposit after the first 5,000 monthly. So that $5,001 to $6,000 is going to cost you $2.50 to deposit that via cash. They also do not offer any interest on deposits. So this is really best for low monthly deposits, and also if you want that kind of introductory offer. Now, the last offer on here, I think for most people is probably going to be the most interesting. That's because through Bank of America, they're currently offering up to $450 as an introductory offer. They have 200 monthly transactions at no cost, which is pretty high compared to a lot of the other banks listed on here. They have 16,000 branches worldwide. The cons, they do have a $16 monthly fee, but if you have an average of $5,000 in your account, that is waived. So you have to kind of consider that, like how much do you think you're going to have in your account like each month versus like what that introductory offer is going to do for you. Another con, they do charge $3 per $1,000 cash deposited, but it's after $7,500 every month, which you can see is higher than some of the other banks listed. Another con is that there is no interest on deposits. This is best overall due to great initial offer and trusted banking services. So to put the button on all this, the way that I would think about this is if a high interest business checking account speaks to you and that makes sense, I would go with BlueVine. Then next, what I would do is I would probably look at checking accounts that are offering an introductory offer, and that's really Chase and Bank of America. And the way I would separate those is how much money you think you're going to keep in that account. Because with Chase, there's no monthly fee if you have $2,000 in your account. Bank of America, there's no monthly fee if you have $5,000 on average in your account. It's a lot easier to hit that monthly number with Chase versus Bank of America because you might get a higher introductory offer, but then you have $16 coming out each month because you don't have $5,000 cash in there. And now again, if you use any of my links, whether it be on the spreadsheet or the description below, you will still get the best possible offer. But if they are a referral link, I will mark them as such, just so you know that I may be paid a small commission for you using my link. And now the last thing I want to talk about is on the screen right here is a review for IncFile. What IncFile allows you to do is set up your LLC if you've yet to do that for your business. And the reason you want to do that is it's going to limit your liability. But the cool thing about IncFile is that you can get started for $0 plus your state fee. So this is a great video to watch if you're interested in limiting your personal liability with your business. All right, guys, I'm going to catch you in that next video.